everyone, I hope all is well. This is your girl Serena, and I am back. It's been a while since I have done a chronic Lyme disease post. It's been a minute. I do apologize. Good news. What kept me away is I was moving. Yes, we were moving. We moved into a new apartment, whole new complex, other side of town, a different neighborhood, the whole 9 yards. We lived in our last apartment for 11 years. So my son Jordan was 1 turning 2 when we moved in there July 2013. Yeah, so end of an era, a saga. It feels like a saga, okay? So what does moving have to do with chronic Lyme disease, right? So this will probably be a couple of parts. So the main purpose of our move, we outgrew the apartment, but yeah, we could have transferred into a bigger apartment. They offered bigger apartments, but the property management didn't keep up the apartments, okay, or the buildings or anything like that. We unfortunately had to deal with pipe bursts, water damage, and unfortunately that causes airborne mold. It could also cause the mold that you could see, but we were dealing with more of the airborne. Property management refused to do mold remediation. They're like, oh, we don't see mold. Yes, okay, you can't see it, but it's here. Okay, when there is water damage, water pouring through your bathroom ceiling, pouring through your kitchen ceiling, gutter backups, and the gutter backs up, and what happens? It's backing up into our closet. Yes, literally opened the closet one day, and the carpet was soaked, and so were the walls, and it's because the gutters weren't cleaned. Of course, somebody wants to be jamming while I'm recording, of course, right. Of course he wants to stop right there. Okay, so let's take a walk. So what happened was there's the airborne mold, and when one has chronic Lyme disease or chronic illnesses, airborne mold can really do a lot of harm. Even for those who are totally well. It happened with actually one of my neighbors. She lived right next door and started to feel very sick. And her mother is a doctor, and they did a host of tests. And what happened was, with the host of tests, found out that the reason why she wasn't feeling well, we're talking lethargic, fatigue, missing out on tons of work, and they did a mold test in her apartment. Came back highly positive, like the numbers were off the charts. So what did they do when she moved out? What did they do? They make the outside, the exterior of what you could see, the living room, the dining room, the bedroom, they make that look pretty. That's what they're probably going to do with my old apartment. They're going to do a complete demo of what you can see. So demolish, take out the kitchen cabinets, the countertops, and put in all this like nice cute stuff, right? They are not tackling what's going on behind the walls. They're not even going to deal with it because they don't want to spend the money. So we were dealing with a lot of that. That was going on the past few years. And every time I wanted to move, I'll be truthful, something financially disastrous would happen. Okay, I was trying to move in 2020 when the pandemic hit and lost my job. Okay, then I was trying to move again and something else happened. So our time, it was now our time. The other thing we were dealing with our old apartment, and people need to be cognizant of this, is rodents. Yes, I said it. We started seeing mice in our apartment. Not just one, y'all. Not just two. And there was Of course, they were doing sewer work and digging up the ground outside, didn't give us a warning, did not seal the foundation, did not do, pre-inspection of apartments or around the buildings to make sure that these things can't get in. And the whole apartment complex, all 943 apartments, had to get inspected for mice. It was that bad. So we had mice jumping through the vents like it was a hurdle event, track and field event at the Olympics. We had the water damage, and we're talking like water. And yes, I got the city involved, and they fined the complex a couple of times. They still wouldn't do mold remediation. They wouldn't do anything. They would fix the problem, be a temporary fix. Thank God for the maintenance people that tried their best, but they could only do what they can do, with no budget and no materials. They really said, all is said and done, we need to replace these lead pipes. Yes, the complex still had lead pipes, old school lead pipes. We need to replace these lead pipes, with the PVC pipes. So our time came. It took a while. It took weeks to, we had to apply and go through this vetting process, and I appreciate it because that means the neighbors and the people around me are equally vetted too. We're in a safer space, a newer space, a no mold space, a no rodent space, knock on wood. We just moved July 5th, so I'm happy. So now, as my doctor said, the healing can take place. Let's get the rest of these symptoms in remission. My body could not heal because of the environment I lived in. My apartment was physically making me sick and just keeping me just at a plateaued level with the symptoms. And it's really easy for people to say, oh, just get up and move. Just get up and move. You're going to give me the money. Okay. It was not the right time. And when I say this time was divine, it was the right space and place. Shout out to a really beautiful friend of mine who passed on this referral to where to apply after looking at various places, and one fell through. Shout out to my sister, my poetic friend, Kaniki Jakarta. Thank you, dear. So yeah, people with chronic illnesses, chronic Lyme, us and mold, with rodents, yes, you can patch up, patch up the walls and the holes like we were, but now you gotta clean up the apartment and everything where you saw droppings, or because after a while it turns rancid. Yeah, we had to get rid of a lot of things. We got rid of a lot of furniture. A, it was old. B, airborne mold. So we are blessed. We're thankful that we're in our new apartment. And I'm looking into mold detox, starting to do that. I've been doing it, but now it could stick. I'm going to do some more tests. I learned a lot today. I went on a webinar today. Shout out to Dr. Greg Lee. He has a practice out in Frederick, Maryland, I believe, and learned about mold and how your sinuses, you need to clear your sinuses because it can hold on to the mold. So I'm looking into that. So that's part one. We were moving, but folks with chronic illnesses, chronic conditions, what some people could just shake off, we cannot. We cannot. So that's my time today. This dude is just going to keep jamming, okay? It is a nice day out, right? So stay tuned for more. Thank y'all for the love and the prayers, and send the good vibes. We're still unpacking and getting settled, and it's a brand new day. You can follow me on social media under Divine Right, DIVINEWRYTE, and on Facebook I'm at /Serena Wills, and you can check me out on my health and wellness coaching website if you want to get some more info, divineright.com. All right, peace, love, and light to y'all, and many, many blessings. Take care.